Our first comedian tonight is a stand-up comic and software engineer. She's based here in San Francisco. She was named the comic to catch by the San Francisco Chronicle. Her comedy is self-deprecating, existentialist, smart, vulgar, full of big words. So, you know, she probably does crossword puzzles. She's performed all over the country, from San Francisco's SFSketchfest to Austin's Out of Bounds Festival to the Detroit Women of Comedy Festival. Originally from Michigan, she loves being a software engineer, translator, writer, comedian. She's here to make you laugh right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Annette Mullaney.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I am so excited to be here. Honestly, I'm excited to have a reason to shower any day when it comes up at this point. This is the closest I have come to wearing clothes in a long time. It is a pajama top, but I've got like a nice outdoor hoodie over it. Man, I gotta say, one thing I'm not gonna look forward to when life goes back to normal is wearing real pants again. Like, I understand that I used to wear jeans, but I just can't fathom logistically how pants without drawstrings worked before. These days, it's more of a, I fall asleep in my night sweats, wake up, change into my day sweats. That is about as professional as I get these days. I am so excited to be here talking about tech because I am a software engineer. This is usually when I break for applause because, as you might have noticed, I am a female software engineer. Thank you. Thank you. You guys can unmute if you want. Like, that would be tight. I can see you reacting, but it just, go ahead. Like, seriously, unmute. I would love it. As long as you don't have blenders going on in the background, feel free to unmute and join me in the deafening silence right now. There we go. Yeah, so I am a software engineer by day. I just do comedy for the money, obviously. Oh. Yeah, I'm a female software engineer. That is actually my title at work. It's on all my business cards. It's pretty tight. It's not easy to be a hero every day. Somehow I just get out there and I write that code despite my boobs getting in the way. Inspirational, really. It's actually pretty cool. I get to be in every photo of the team at my company. They push me right up to the front, me and the one black dude. Just, man, do they work here? Do they ever work here? Heavily, heavily represented on the recruiting website. Not so much in the meetings, especially the important ones, but I am in the website. That's what matters. I do got to say, I've been working in tech for about 6 years, and it is a male-dominated industry. And I have found that if you're trying to go hard on your career and rise up to the top, there can be a glass ceiling. But if you're just trying to skate by doing the bare minimum, there can also be a glass floor. I haven't spoken in a meeting in 8 months. No one's noticed. Yeah, I am the only woman on my engineering team. I cannot be fired. It really doesn't matter what I do at this point. Like, think of the optics. You're going to fire the only woman on the engineering team? Yeah. Before the pandemic, I was getting away with a lot, y'all. I was going in late every single day. I was leaving early every single day. It got to a point, I was microwaving fish in the office kitchen every single day. Just because I could. This was a fancy tech company where they give us lunch, and I would bring my own fish just as a power move. What are you going to say? Do you think any of them are going to come up in the kitchen? Why does it smell like fish in here? Oh my God, Kyle, that is harassment. I am reporting you to HR immediately. I like to threaten to go to HR about once a week, really keeps my coworkers on their toes. My minor was actually in women's studies, which people told me at the time wouldn't be lucrative, but it's been a great career choice because I can find offense in anything a man says. It does get weird sometimes because, you know, being one of the few women in engineering at my company, they do want me to go out and like proselytize for women in tech. So I'll go to events where I'm on a panel and we'll be like talking to high schoolers, talking to like young girls, trying to get them into seeing how cool it is to be a software engineer or to work in STEM. And they'll get to me and they'll be like, what is the best part about working in tech? And I'm like, you can leave at 4:45 every day. It's great. You should do it. You really can chill. I've gotten some pushback on these jokes from people. You know, some people have told me like I'm making women look bad at my job by not being like super good and working hard at engineering. It plays into the stereotype that women aren't good engineers, which I totally see. That's a valid point. But this is really chill for me. And honestly, like, I don't know, isn't that real feminism when we do something for only ourselves?
Yes.
I feel like that's what a man would do anyway. You know, I don't want to say working in tech has been all terrible. I have never been sexually harassed the entire time. You know, sometimes I pronounce that and I get an applause break, which is always a little weird because I never know quite what they're applauding for. Are they applauding me for avoiding sexual harassment like it was my job or like that's on me? Or are they applauding the men for having the bare minimum of human decency in a working relationship?
Right.
Not sure, but it happens quite a lot. In my case, though, I do think I have a secret to avoiding sexual harassment. So every morning before I would go into work, I would hit the gym. And I would hit the gym hard. I'm doing bench. I'm doing deadlifts. I'm getting hyped up. And then I go into work and I take that energy without having showered or changed my clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody gets near enough to harass me. It turns out the best defense is a good offensive smell.
Mhm.
So I would say tech is getting better, at least at paying lip service to some of these issues, getting so much better at the lip service. And I've even come under fire myself. You know, I think it's expected that I will be sensitive to women's issues, being a woman myself, but I still am an engineer. Maybe let me give you guys an example. So the last time I did a security training before the pandemic, we were all in a classroom. Oh, remember that? All gathered together, just breathing on each other without a care in the world.
Yeah.
God, I can't wait. I don't know about y'all, but at this point, seriously, I am looking forward to DMV trips. I miss Bart. I honestly, at this point, I would go to an orgy just for the eye contact. It's getting bad, y'all. So this was back, you know, at the time I was annoyed because I didn't realize how amazing it was to be in an enclosed space with other people. I did not appreciate it. But we're doing a security training and they made a little module for us. We go in, we start doing some exercises, but first thing we do, make a little username, make a little password, and now we're boopity boop. 15 minutes in, the instructor says, okay, I'm going to project the leaderboard of who's doing the best in these exercises up behind me. And that would have been cool, except I had chosen the username Balls.
Oh.
Because I thought it was just for me, and I have the sense of humor of a 14-year-old boy. So suddenly, we look, and Balls is projected up on the leaderboard. That's right, I was number 3. I would be good at my job. I choose not to be. It's an important point. But the instructor sees Balls written up there and goes, you guys, what is this? Do you think this is funny? This is juvenile. Yeah. You know what? This is the reason that women don't want to join tech. Who did this? And luckily, they didn't have them associated with us at all. So I could just sit in the back looking around going, oh my God, who did that? That is, oh, that's so gross. You know what? I am so offended. I think I have to take the rest of the day off. Honestly, it's terrible. You know, I am dying in the pandemic, mostly because I found out the extent of my extroversion. Bad time to find that out. And I gotta say, realizing that I'm an extrovert has made me like kind of look at the world a little bit differently. I'm not one for conspiracy theories, but if I were, who seems to be getting the best time out of this pandemic, y'all? It's introverts. Benefiting the most. I see all of you whenever I, chat with somebody from work and I'm like, how's it going? And they're guiltily saying, it's not actually that bad. I'm kind of loving it. I see you. You're just so relieved you haven't had to come up with an excuse to cancel plans in 9 months.
Yes.
Some of us over here act like a golden retriever every time they see someone in public. It's like, you guys, I have nostalgia for Bart. That's a level of like pandemic isolation that I never thought I would reach.
No.
It's what it is. But I'm trying to look on the bright side of things. I don't know if you guys saw, but Google and Facebook have been sued for violating antitrust. Isn't that sick? A government that's actually trying to do something.
Right.
Wonderful. On the other hand, tech does seem to be pretty divorced from the rest of the country. I don't know if y'all saw, but DoorDash and Airbnb had IPOs in the past month, and they are doing gangbusters. Which, for DoorDash, okay, that makes sense, right? Because a company that's getting doing deliveries in the pandemic, that makes total sense. They're going to do well. And then for Airbnb, it makes sense because they're a travel and vacation related company. So that makes sense that they're doing well in the pandemic too. I'm going to end with one piece of good news, you guys. I recently found out that Google has a group dedicated to researching the ethics of artificial intelligence. And I think that's great. I found this out because they fired a prominent researcher who published a paper talking about some of the pitfalls with Google's artificial intelligence. Not a great find that out. Now, I don't know much about artificial intelligence, but I do think Google should hire me because while I'm there, I won't do anything to criticize Google, mostly because I won't do anything. All right, thank you guys so much. I've been Annette.